Have you ever felt such intense emotion that it becomes uncomfortable? You're hurt, sad, angry, or maybe you miss someone or something so much that it feels almost painful. Emotional discomfort is a completely normal experience and something we all go through as we navigate the ups and downs of life. In fact, there's a scientific explanation behind it. The brain's limbic system, particularly the amygdala, is a small almond-shaped structure responsible for emotions, memory, and motivation. It plays a key role in processing fear and anxiety. The amygdala is why we can have intense emotional responses to seemingly small or everyday situations. Thanks, amygdala. Some people, however, seem to remain unshaken in the midst of emotional turmoil, turning heartbreak and hurt into stepping stones for growth. What's their secret? They've mastered the art of detachment. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting off your feelings. It's about mastering your inner world and reducing unnecessary suffering. In fact, research from the American Psychological Association reveals that mindfulness and effective emotional regulation strategies can reduce stress by up to 30%, a true game changer. In today's video, we'll explore attachment styles, what emotional detachment really means, and how you can separate from overwhelming emotions to live a calmer, less stressed life. Understanding attachment styles. First, let's explore attachment styles and how they shape our relationships, both with others and ourselves. In their popular book called Attached, Amir Levine and Rachel Heller explain how different attachment styles influence the way we connect with others. Identifying our own attachment style can provide valuable insight into our emotional patterns. Secure attachment. People with a secure attachment style feel comfortable with intimacy and can balance closeness with independence. They trust that others will be there for them and feel confident in themselves. When someone is securely attached, they're more likely to practice self-care and maintain healthy boundaries. Essentially, a secure attachment style provides a solid foundation for trusting oneself and others. Being securely attached is the goal. Anxious attachment. Those with an anxious attachment style often doubt themselves or others. They are hyper-aware of any signs, real or imagined, of rejection or abandonment. Levine and Heller explain that these individuals seek constant reassurance and may become overly dependent on others. This attachment style can lead to self-doubt and low self-worth, making a person question their value even when no one else is doing so. Avoidant attachment. People with an avoidant attachment style prize independence and self-sufficiency, sometimes to the point of emotional isolation. They tend to downplay or dismiss their emotional needs. They may withdraw or create distance when situations feel too intimate or vulnerable. While this can appear as strength on the surface, it often masks an underlying discomfort with closeness. Understanding your attachment style is an important first step, but making meaningful change often takes guidance and support. If you're looking for therapy that fits into your busy life, today's sponsor, BetterHelp, has you covered. They're the world's largest online therapy platform, and they let you connect with a licensed therapist whenever and wherever works best for you. Whether you prefer messaging or live video sessions, you have the flexibility to choose. And if your current therapist isn't quite the right fit, don't worry about it. Switching is easy and completely free of charge. BetterHelp offers the same level of professionalism you'd expect from in-person therapy, but with more convenience, more choices, and more affordability. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 10% off your first month when you visit betterhelp.com/improvementpill. Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. So, what does it all mean? By understanding your attachment style, you can recognize your patterns of attachment. Do you tend to seek constant reassurance? Or do you pull away when things get too real? Recognizing these patterns helps make navigating relationships much easier. The power of letting go. One of the key aspects of emotional detachment is the ability of letting go. Many of us hold on to past pain, regrets, and disappointments, which only serves to weigh us down emotionally. Learning to let go is an essential part of achieving detachment and fostering inner peace. Letting go doesn't mean suppressing emotions or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it means acknowledging them, accepting them for what they are, and then releasing them. This process allows us to move forward without being burdened by the past. A powerful way to practice letting go is through radical acceptance. This concept, popularized by psychologist Marsha Linehan, involves fully embracing reality as it is, without resistance. When we fight against what has already happened, we only create more suffering for ourselves. By accepting things as they are, we free ourselves from unnecessary emotional turmoil. Additionally, mindfulness plays a significant role in letting go. By staying present and focusing on the here and now, we can avoid getting lost in the regrets of the past or the anxieties of the future. Mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, and grounding exercises can help us maintain emotional balance and prevent us from becoming overly attached to negative thoughts. Ultimately, detachment isn't about becoming indifferent. It's about freeing ourselves from the emotional chains that keep us stuck. By practicing radical acceptance, forgiveness, and mindfulness, we can cultivate a sense of peace and resilience that allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. It's important to remain emotionally intelligent, even when we want to detach from our emotions. By ensuring we practice letting go, we still keep in tune with how we feel. Now that we've covered attachment and letting go, let's dive deep into detachment itself. What is emotional detachment? Emotional detachment isn't about not caring. It's about maintaining a healthy separation between your feelings and your environment in a secure way. A common myth is that detachment means being cold-hearted or shutting off emotions. In reality, healthy detachment allows you to care without being consumed by your emotions. Another myth is that detachment is like a switch, that you can turn your emotions on or off at will. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. True emotional detachment is a skill that requires practice and self-awareness. It's a journey, not a destination. So how can you cultivate detachment? Mastering detachment requires rewiring your mindset, which isn't easy. You may have spent years reacting in certain ways, reinforcing habits and neural pathways in your brain that make emotional responses automatic. This is where neuroplasticity comes in. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself and form new neural pathways. When we form a habit or automatic response, it's because a neural pathway for that response has been strengthened over time. Changing your habits means creating a new path, which can feel difficult at first. By intentionally practicing new behaviors, you encourage your brain to rewire itself. Over time, repeated actions strengthen these new neural circuits, replacing old ways of thinking. To rewire our brains and cultivate detachment, we need to focus on 3 core areas: mindset, habits, and tools. Let's get started with mindset. Identify your attachment style and recognize how it influences your emotional responses. Cultivate self-awareness by noticing emotional triggers. Build daily habits that bring you joy and self-fulfillment. Meditation is a great starting point. It helps create emotional distance and has numerous mental health benefits. If you're interested in learning more about meditation, check out our playlist Meditation 101 after this video to learn about how transforming it can be. Life won't always be easy, so having the right tools is essential. Take a deep breath and pause before reacting emotionally. Set boundaries to protect your emotional space. Lean on supportive friends who encourage healthy detachment. By working on these 3 pillars, mindset, habits, and tools, you'll develop the ability to detach from overwhelming emotions and regain control over your inner world. And there you have it. We've covered everything from attachment styles and detachment myths to practical tools for mastering your emotions. Detachment takes practice, but the more you invest in yourself, the calmer and less stressed you'll feel in daily life. As always, stay tuned.